Today's how to build is on Lego gift boxes. So in the last collectible minifigure series, there was a little elf figure that had a little present gift box like this. It's a 2x2 brick with a 2x2 tile on top. And that's a cool little gift box if you got those, but I thought it'd be cool to make some larger gift boxes that actually opened up and you could put things in case you actually wanted to make something to put something in as a gift. So I'm going to show you, I built, all of these are basically the same design, same size, but with different bows and different ways that they open and designs on the outside. So I'm going to take you through sort of my different designs here, and yeah, then you can build some Lego gift boxes. Quick overview of the pieces this one uses. Pause if you want to find these pieces. So all of these gift boxes are going to start with a 6x6 base. I didn't have that plate in red, so these are 3 2x6 plates pushed together. Then we're going to build up a few layers of brick, so some 1x6s and 1x4s all the way around. Do 3 layers of those, alternating where the 1x6s and 1x4, so we have that nice overlap that makes it solid. Then for this top layer, we're going to do 1x6, 2 1x4s. We're going to use some of these Hinge bricks here, these 1x2s that bend down. I have some that are all red because I've combined different ones, but the color here is slightly less important, so that's going to go down like that. Then I'm going to use some 1x3 plates to connect this here, or if you've got a 1x6 plate, that works. Then I'm going to do some tiles across the top here, so a 1x6 and 2 1x4s. Fold this up. We're going to do 3 2x6 plates across the top. So now this is can fold up. To give it a little more stability, I'm going to put this 2x4 blue plate in the center of that, just to connect these so they move as a piece. I'm going to use different hinge techniques for the different boxes, so you'll see some other options. And this one I wanted to sort of make look like the top of this box. So I had these gold 2x2 round tiles. I didn't have a lot of gold plate, so this is what I had to work with. And a 2x2 plate in the center. This weird thingamajig. I don't know, it's sort of like a curvy slope piece. And then I had these sort of quarter circle pieces, which I thought made a nice little bow on the top. Sort of matched this at a larger scale. Now you can put things inside of it. It's definitely like a perfect minifig size, so random minifig. They might have to sit down a little bit to fit in, but so different things. So if you want to use it to actually give somebody a gift, you could put a small gift in there, or just have it be fun. I did an animation class last weekend where we used some of these gift boxes and did some animation. There's a link in the description if you want to look at those. Quick look from above at the pieces. So this one I wanted to have sort of a crisscrossing ribbon pattern. So start by a 2x6 red, surround it with some 2x2s in yellow and red. So we get that sort of X shape there. Now I'm going to bring this all together with a 4x4 plate here. Doesn't matter what color this is. This could also be 2 2x4s. The idea is just to connect these pieces so that there's a little more stability there. So it looks good from the bottom, and this will be invisible. We're going to take a whole bunch of 1x2s in red and 1x3s in yellow. And we're just going to follow the sort of ribbon pattern all the way around, alternating red and yellow, 1x2s and 1x3s. I think we're using 16 of each piece. So if you want to go get all of those, start building. Obviously 1x3s could be replaced by 1x2s plus 1x1s where needed. Sort of meditative to just keep going around. So yeah, so you'll notice we're doing 4 layers this time instead of 3. It's because we're using a different hinge technique, which I'll get to in a second. Then this top layer here, in the back, we're going to use plate, so that's a 1x2 in red. 1x2s in yellow plus 1x1s, or if you've got yellow corner pieces, that would work perfectly. Then up here we want tiles. I was running out of regular tiles, so I'm using these grills. But you know, the same idea of having smooth surfaces here. So again, you want to continue the pattern up around, and then I'm using some 1x1 yellow tiles to finish that out. So yeah, and you'll notice it's gone a full cycle from the bottom, so it's again a red cross. Alright, so this time for the hinge, I'm using the new type of hinge that is a click hinge, because it clicks into place. So I've got this 1x4 with 2 knobs, and then this sort of what would be a 4x4 that moves to go up and down. Alright, so that, and then we're going to build on top of it 2x2 yellow plate. Going to do some red 2x2 tiles off in the different directions here. Some yellow 2x2. Back here we'll do a red, and we're going to do a yellow 1x2 to match. This spot we'll have to leave empty. Below that, we're going to try to match up some colors down here. So do 1x2 plate there. This is a red 1x2 with a handle. Now what I decided to do on the sides here is rather than matching up perfectly, do something that's a little more stable. So that's a 1x2 in red that's off put, and then a 1x1 in yellow. And then same thing over here, except opposite, 1x2 in yellow, 1x1 in red. So the colors don't match up perfectly, but it'll be a little more stable. And then some 1x2s in yellow down here. And this goes on like that, and then the lid can open up. You'll notice that it's not as large of an opening as the other one because of where the hinge is, but it's still good, and it's a really stable build. So that's the only place where the ribbon looks a little weird, but if you want a more aesthetically pleasing one, you could obviously just make this red and yellow and over there, but I thought that was more stable, because like even this connection, it's a little unstable because we made the colors be the same. So that's that, and now let's do the bow on top. So I'm going to start with a 2x2 brick, then some 2x2 upward slopes, some 2x2 downward slopes, 1x2 brick, and then I'm putting red grill plates on the top, or you could fill it in with tiles. I just thought it looked better smoothed out. It's a nice little regular type bow. The top, now you got a little gift box, opens up. I think this pattern around, obviously you've got the gray in the back, but it's hard to find pieces in exactly the right color sometimes, so a little off coloring is fine, but I think it looks like a cool gift box overall. So again, quick look at the parts I'm going to use. Start off with some 2x6 plates, blue, white, blue. Then we're going to have the ribbons sort of wrap out and around, so white 1x4s and some blue 1x6s. Of course, you don't have to use white and blue here, just use whatever colors you want to use and alternate them same ways. So some white 1x2s and some blue 1x4s and blue 1x2s. Then the white's going to wrap around there with 1x2s and there. And then 1x2s, sorry, 1x4s and 1x2s. And then finally 1x6s in blue and 1x4s in white. So I like the way the ribbon wraps around. Now at the top here, this won't make sense quite yet, but we're going to do a white 1x2 here. Some blue 1x2 tiles white 1x2, whoop, and blue 1x1s right here. So, like so. Quick look at the parts for the lid. So this is maybe an older style hinge brick. I've got a bunch of them, but I don't know if they're in new sets, but they're a very sturdy and flexible hinge, though it's large, and the last bit there is definitely sort of a click move. Anyway, so that's what we're going to use here. Could start by putting those on. You'll notice it's going to cover up a lot of the hole, so depending on what you're putting in there, it's going to limit what you can put in, but it gives a really nice smooth lid experience if that's important. I'm going to do 2x6 in white across there. I'm going to merge this all together with a big 4x4 in white. Lift this up, put some 2x2s in blue on there. Gonna do a 1x2 with a handle on it in white. I'm gonna do 1x4s in blue and 1x2s in blue. For some reason I did a 1x2 plate, but that could obviously be a tile back there. I think I was just trying to be a little consistent. And now for the bow. Look at the pieces for the bow. Start with a 2x2 brick there. Then we're going to build out with some 2x3 upward slopes in 4 different directions. On the very outside, we're going to do 2x2 upward slopes. In the center, we're going to do a rotating 1x2 downward slope solution with a 1x1 there. It's hard when you're making things fit together to all have the same slope, so that's why I often do that pinwheel solution. And then across the top, some 2x3 downward slopes. I thought that got a good sense of sort of a poofy bow with curly cues coming out. Nice stable open. I like these hinges for if you want to animate this, because then you can really do a wide range of positions very easily, but again, obviously it decreases what you can do. But I'm a big fan of this bow, so there's another gift box. I'm not going to show you how to build the other varieties of gift box, just going to briefly show you the outsides so you could build it if you want to. So this one has a different sort of design on the bottom because it's using sort of a 1x4 or multiple 1x2 green ribbon that's wrapping around, offset with a white that's sort of a 1x6 or 1x4s plus 1x2s. The hinge piece here is a really old style hinge, so it's a very flexible hinge. I have a lot of them again, but they've sort of been phased out, so not a lot that exists these days. Up here I had to use a lot of dollar bills as the tiles because I don't have a lot of green tiles otherwise. The bow, again, I like using these slope pieces for the bows. This one was another sort of pinwheel solution with, thought it looked pretty good. You know, a lot of tiles on the top of the lid there. So that's another way you could do a gift box, and this one was white and green. Again, colors can be whatever you think is appropriate, but that's another style. This one's a lot more simple, red and green type box. You can see it's basically one big red stripe. Again, there's a, you can't really see it in here, but there's a 4x4 plate that's black in the bottom just to connect those bottom pieces, especially since this slope goes, or this stripe goes all the way up. It's not the most stable box because obviously this red stripe is not connected to the green parts at all, aside from that plate on the bottom. This again uses that old style hinge that I have a lot of. The bows, again, some more slope pieces. I use some of these slope top pieces. I don't know what they're like, sort of, I think of them as little tents. They're sort of shaped like a triangle tent. Got another little handle piece, again using dollar bills, grills in there for the top. This one is probably the least stable of all the boxes, because again, it's pure stripes all the way up. If it wasn't for these 1x4 type pieces keeping together, this would be really, really unstable. Again, using a 4x4 to hold it together there. Some red and yellow things at the bottom, and then again a sort of pinwheel type solution for the ribbon up here, and this is just some 1x2 upward and downward slopes. Tile in the middle, using old style Hinge bricks. You can see I didn't have a pure yellow one, but the white is not that noticeable, especially if you're looking at it from the front. You'd never really notice it, except on the inside. Oh, and here I even did a 4x4 plate at the bottom of the lid to keep that together, because that's a whole bunch of 2x2 plates. Probably one 2x6. Another one that's sort of pure stripes up and down. So I actually used a 6x6 plate on the bottom to keep it together, but otherwise these are white and blue bricks all the way up, and then just using blue tile at the top, tie it together. Old style Hinge. Got really fancy with the ribbon up here. It's basically just a few different layers of slope pieces, alternating colors on each side. I thought it was fun. Yeah, so those are some different ways you can build holiday gift boxes and give somebody a Lego present inside a Lego box.